as we fly. Lost in code, our minds entwine, bytes and bits in perfect line.
Hello, welcome to GlueTube Models. My name's Jack, and today we are going to be taking a look at cheap acrylic paints and testing them out to see whether they're usable, whether or not people are just too picky and need the expensive stuff, or whether there's some truth behind the fact that you should never use them when it comes to scale modeling. So we're going to break it down, we're going to go through it, we're going to test them out, and we're going to test them out against both Humbrol paints and Vallejo paints. So let's get to it. As you can see, I have got here some Crawford and Black acrylic paints. These cost me £5 and they are from The Works in the UK, which is like a little hobby shop that sells books and whatnot. These were the cheapest acrylic paints I could find online as a bundle. So you can get like tubes for £1 and stuff, but I wanted, you know, a nice array. So this was the cheapest I could find that was in stock and would deliver. So yeah, possibly you might find cheaper if you actually went out to the shops and had a little look around. You probably would, but in terms of having them delivered, this is the best I could do. So let's open it up and have a look. Now obviously I have opened this. It is currently half term. My child is off school. I've just opened the wrong side of the box. My child is currently on school holidays. He is severely autistic and he's very, very, very energetic. So we've been doing lots of arts and crafts. So I did have to open them just to steal a little bit of paint for him to paint some of his own little bits and bobs yesterday. So that's why I'm rushing to get this video done so that he can have the rest of them once I'm done with them. But let's get into it. So I've got my paint palette and I've got my paints. What I'm going to do, because this isn't like a challenge where can I paint a model for, you know, cheap, like you say, like £10 or whatever. This is just testing the paints out. So I will use Vallejo thinner because this is what I use on all of my acrylic paints. So it's only fair that I give these paints the same treatment. So let's basically mix them, get them to the right consistency, and we are going to try them out on a scrap. Well, a piece of scrap here. As you can see, I've been messing around with this, just testing things out. It's had putty on it. It's got a weight stuck to it. It's not built. I just built the main frame just to, you know, see what, just to make it as big as possible for this kind of reason. Let's see what we can do with this Boeing 747. So, what colours should we choose? Okay. So first things first. Make sure that you guys can see everything. There we go. Let's open and have a look. So they are extremely thick, if you can see there. They are very thick, so you don't need much. Now let's try and mix these with some medium thinner here and see if we can get them to a good consistency. I feel like this is going to take a lot of thinner, so I'm not putting a specific amount in at the moment. Let's just, it kind of looks a bit like milk with a dollop of something in it. Let's just use a rubbish brush here. Let's see if we can even thin them down. I mean, it looks pretty hard to do, but I think we will get there. Hopefully, anyway. Okay, we are getting there. We are getting there. So yeah, just that little dollop. I mean, look how far that's gone, which is pretty good, right? Like, now I would say that is still thicker than what we would like. They do say, I say they say because I'm not a professional. I'm just getting back into the hobby myself. But they tell me aim for semi-skimmed milk. That is definitely thicker than milk, so let's add a bit more thinner. I mean, a lot of modeling is trust the process, right? Like that is like 90% of modeling. It's like just trust the process. Okay, so they are mixed. Now let's bring in our Bowen 747 here. Make sure you guys can see it. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint these on one wing, and then we're going to use Humbrol and Vallejo on the other wing. Actually, I can do AK as well, so we could compete against AK as well. I've got an AK paint. So let's just do a little bit. So I'm just going to do it. This hasn't been primed or anything, but let's just sort of do it how I would do it with my other paints. As you can see, it's leaving lots of brush marks. I'm doing it as light as I can. I'm never going to get those brush marks out, I don't think. I could put it on thicker, but you know, it's going to take a lot longer to dry if you do it like this. But you know, you're still getting brush marks, so it's not the best of starts. Okay, let's do a bit of the blue. Let's be generous. There we go. And some orange. How many of you are watching this right now being like, no, you're ruining a perfectly good model? Be honest. Let me know in the comments. Okay. I am normally a lot more careful when it's a model that I want to keep, but I can just be quite modest here. Right, there we go. So we will leave that there to dry for the moment. Then we will go on to using our Vallejo and whatnot. So I think we will go with, should we do Vallejo Air? No, let's just go with the model because, you know, this wasn't an airbrush paint. So let's be fair. Let's use the black from Vallejo. Let's use the red from Humbrol. And let's go with RAF blue for AK. So let's put the black here so that we don't get it mixed up with the other one. We only need a small amount. We don't need a lot. Let me move this over so you guys can see it. There we go. I haven't used this red yet. This is brand new. There we go. This is Gen 3, so first Gen 3 Humbrol paint I've ever used. And this is the first AK paint I've ever used. Now this is AK, this is Air, I'm aware, but it is the only AK paint I have, so I will have to use it. Okay, now let's just go with 1, 2, 3, 4 drops. Okay, so let's start with the red because we have it here already. Now let's just paint it on here. Trying not to do it any different really from how I did the other side because I do want this to be a fair comparison. So let's leave it there with the red. Alright, okay, AK. First time using AK in my life. Let's see what it's like. Oh my god. Holy. Jesus. That AK paint is incredible. That went on better than some airbrushes. Like, what? Oh my god, I might have to invest in some AK paint. That is way better than Vallejo. And I swear by Vallejo. Oh my gosh, right, okay. This is the Vallejo black. Let's just test this. Oh, I don't know. The Vallejo did go on really well too, didn't it? But that AK was very impressive. I did rate that, I have to admit. Okay, so now we just need to let that dry and come back to it in hopefully 10 minutes, just to let it dry enough just to see how that turns out. So I'll catch you guys in 10 minutes. So whilst we wait for this to dry, I need to show you guys something because I had a massive accident today. Actually, this happened like 3 days ago. And I've only corrected it today because school holidays and having an autistic child that just doesn't give you a moment to kind of do your own thing. So as you can see on screen, my whole paint station, by the way, giving one of these away just so you know, my paint station fell off my desk. I've now put it back down with blue tack. As you can see, my desk looks a lot better, but this was a nightmare to reorganize. It took me quite some time, but we got there. And I just thought I would share this with you guys because this literally deterred me from doing any modeling for a good 3 days. Also, for those of you that are subscribed and follow my stories and stuff like that on my posts, you know I'm building a Lancaster bomber. I'm building Just Jane for my dad for his 60th birthday. And I'm customizing it. I'm going to be using these stencils here to write Dad 60 as the call sign with the roundels and stuff. So I have started work on it. As you can see, we have began. I haven't recorded it doing this yet because I actually kind of want to do it as a little bit of a birthday present surprise, as in the video itself. So I've not actually affixed anything yet. Everything is not affixed, but I've started painting some of the stuff. And I'm hoping I've got to have this done by the 13th of March. So please pray for me. I haven't got a lot of time and it's quite a big task, but once my son's back in school next week, while he's in school, I can just crack on with it and try and get this done. But yeah, if you guys have any tips or anything, if you've built the Lancaster bomber from Airfix, let me know if you have any tips, because I haven't got very far and it is getting a little bit worrying. Also, while I have you here, guys, I just want to let you know I've got a 500 subscriber giveaway, and I am about less than 80 subscribers away from triggering that giveaway. I'm giving away everything you can see on screen right now. It comes to over £50, and another freebie that nobody knows about. Unless you win one of my competitions, you'll never know what the freebie is. It is Airfix related, I'll tell you that much. But it is a nice little addition. So yeah, if you guys want to be in for a chance of winning this, it costs you absolutely nothing. All you need to do is subscribe, go to that video that you can see on screen, and comment anything you want, literally anything. You can put a full stop if you want, doesn't matter. And that is it. That is all you have to do. Just be subscribed and go and comment on that giveaway video. Then what I do is I will use a comment picker website that put the link of the video into, and it'll pick a random comment and you will be the winner. I have just given away a Eurofighter Typhoon FGR4 from Airfix to someone called Philip, who won that one, which he has commented on that giveaway to tell you guys and prove to you guys I'm legit, and he received it. And the same will be happen for the 500 subscriber giveaway. So yeah, I just need like less than 80 more subscribers. So if you guys are watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It costs you nothing. It really helps me out, and you can be in for a chance of winning freebies. Also, don't forget, as I've been saying a lot in my videos lately, if you've got this far, thank you so much. And please comment P51, because I will be going back onto these videos and picking a random comment and sending you a free kit. So if you have got this far, thank you so much. Comment P51, let me know who the real ones are, and I will hopefully pick you soon and send you a free kit. Okay, so it's actually been about 15 minutes, and it's still not completely dry, so we're not going to actually review it yet, but I just wanted to point something out to you guys. That AK paint that I put on here, bone dry. Looks fantastic as well, by the way, but it's bone dry. These cheap acrylic paints, they're still drying, and I did them a good 5 minutes before this side. I put the Vallejo paint on pretty thick by accident, by the looks of it. It's taken a while to dry, but the Humbrol's still wet as well. But look at these. Some of these are still wet, and the AK paint is bone dry and it looks great. So far, you know, make your own decisions. But I'm gonna wait till it's completely dry. We're gonna come back and review it. So stay tuned. Okay, so I've waited like 30 minutes and there's still a puddle on the Vallejo paint. But honestly, we're here to review these paints here from the works, not Vallejo. You guys probably already know all about Vallejo, and you probably know that they are, if not the best, they're definitely one of the best. So we don't worry about that too much. But okay, let's take a look at this side here. So yeah, you can see the panel lines. That's great. Panel lines are showing through pretty well. Let's try and focus in a bit more for you guys. And as you can see, the black actually isn't awful, but it is kind of awful, if that makes any sense. If you look at this side here, if you look at the black on this side, you'll see that even though it's still wet there, this is parts dry. The coverage is so much smoother and thicker. Obviously, there's lots of brush marks on this side. This also feels kind of grainy, not very great. Same with all of them, to be honest. But as you can see, if you did a few coats, you might be okay. If you're just starting out and you're just like doing this with your kids, 100% grab these. Just grab these, because you know, if this is like something you're just gonna do with your kids of an evening on a school holiday or something, or your kids are just getting started, then you know this will work. This will do if they're not taking it too seriously. But for scale modelers that actually try and pump realism into it, a lot of time and effort, then honestly, I have to say that the Humbrol paint surprised me. That came out way better. Also, sorry about my nails. That is paint under my nails because I've been picking paint off of my mat. The Humbrol paint came out way better than I expected, because from my personal experience, Humbrol paints are pretty crap, the ones that come with the kits. These are the first Humbrol paints I've had in the droplet bottle, so that came out a lot better. But this AK paint has blown me away. That dried before any other paint did by a country mile, and the coverage, the panel lines, it's really good. So I'm definitely going to invest in some more AK paint. And yeah, Vallejo as well. We know about Vallejo. So in conclusion, would I suggest this? Absolutely not. Would I suggest it for kids? Or if you're on a really tight budget but you've got all the time in the world, you could probably make these work. You probably could, let's be honest. But if you have these paints, you're going to get the job done a lot faster. It's going to look a lot better, and you ain't going to have to do like 4 coats and lose your panel lines. So 100% great for kids, but for serious scale modelers, avoid it like the plague. That is my conclusion. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please go and check out my giveaway videos and all my other videos. I've got lots of unboxings on my channel. I've built English Electric Lightning quite recently, and I'm currently building the Lancaster Bomber, as I mentioned. So there's lots of stuff coming. I have a whole new series coming, which I'm so excited for. I've bought a Spitfire from all of the top brands, and I'm going to build each and every one and compare them all, and we're going to find out which is the best value for money. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be a series that's going to run for a little while. I'm really looking forward to doing that. So we're going to have Hella, we're going to have Academy, Italieri, Airfix, Revel. I'm not sure if there was more that I've forgotten, but anyway, I've bought a Spitfire from each one of them. We're gonna compare them. I'm gonna let you guys be the judges, but what I'm going to plan on doing is I'm gonna build 2, compare them. The winner moves on to compete against the next brand, and in the last video we will compare them all. But that's how we're going to do it. So we are going to have a battle of the brands. That's what I'm going to call it, battle of the brands. We're going to see who does it best, because a lot of people assume Airfix, but I've never built a Hella kit. I've never built an Academy kit or an Atelier kit, or Tamiya kit. I've got a Tamiya one coming too. So I am looking forward to trying all these other brands, as well as making them compete for our money, right? It's always us chasing these companies for their product, which is fair, and you know that you expect that. But we're gonna turn it around and flip it a little bit here. We're gonna make them do the legwork. We're gonna make them do the chasing, because we are gonna dictate which one of them deserves our money. So stay tuned for that. I can't wait. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and don't forget to comment P51, subscribe, enter my giveaways, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next one.
As we fly.